Hey everyone, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed last week's recipe. So we only have 2 more recipes left for this school year. So today we're gonna be doing a lot of veggies, but believe it or not, it's gonna end up tasting sweet when we're done because we're gonna use balsamic vinegar and caramelize it and then also add some dates and some toasted pecans. Thank you again to our friends at Pivot Produce for providing us with the green beans and the Brussels sprouts that we're gonna be using today. This is gonna make an amazing side dish, so you can keep this one in your back pocket for like Thanksgiving or family parties. This will be something that you can serve on the side that everyone will love. So I hope you enjoy it. Let's get into it. All you're gonna need to make this recipe is a small frying pan, a wooden spoon, a baking sheet, and an oven mitt or a kitchen towel that will let you safely handle the hot pan. Pecans, dates, balsamic vinegar, avocado oil, Brussels sprouts, salt and pepper to taste, and green beans. So the first thing we're gonna do is preheat our oven to 425 degrees. So the first thing we're gonna do is pour half of our balsamic vinegar over the Brussels sprouts. And we're gonna pour half of our avocado oil in here as well. And then we're gonna hit this with a big pinch of salt and a big pinch of pepper. And now we're just gonna put the lid back on and we're gonna shake this up to make sure all the Brussels sprouts get coated. All right, so now that all of our Brussels sprouts are coated in our balsamic and avocado oil mixture, we're gonna put these on the baking sheet. Then we just wanna put our Brussels sprouts on the baking sheet. We wanna spread them out and we wanna put the big side face down so that way it gets as much caramelization as possible. And then these will go in the oven at 425 for 10 minutes. So while our Brussels sprouts are cooking, we're gonna do the exact same thing we did with them to the green beans. We're gonna add in the remainder of our balsamic vinegar, the rest of our avocado oil, then another big pinch of salt and a big pinch of pepper. Then we're gonna seal this up and shake it to make sure all of the green beans get coated in the balsamic and avocado oil. So our Brussels sprouts have been in the oven for 10 minutes, and the reason we added them first is because it takes a lot longer to cook Brussels sprouts than it does green beans. So now that these are kind of done, we're gonna move them all to one side of the pan, and now you can mix them up, and they don't have to be in any particular way. And we're gonna add the green beans onto this fresh side. And we're gonna try and lay these out in one single layer. And be careful not to touch the pan because it is still hot. And before we put these back in, we are gonna sprinkle our dates all over the pan. Dates are super sugary and very stuck together. So try to get them out, but any part of the date that's touching the pan is gonna create this really awesome caramelization. So if you can get some on the actual pan itself, that'll make it taste even better. And then this goes back into the oven for 10 to 15 minutes. We're gonna check it at 10 and see what it looks like. Now I'm gonna show you how to toast pecans. First thing we're gonna do is heat our pan to a medium-high heat. Then all you're gonna do is crumble up your pecans and put them directly into a dry pan. Pecans have enough oil in them that we don't actually need to add any for what we're trying to do. And then we're just gonna keep moving this and mixing it until the pecans are nice and brown and you'll be able to smell them. So this went back in for 12 minutes and there is the finished product. And the last thing we have to do is put our toasted pecans in here and mix it up. All right, everyone, so there's our finished product, our balsamic Brussels sprouts and green beans. I hope you all enjoyed it. We have one more recipe to go before the end of the school year, and I promise I'm gonna try to make it something really special. So I hope you enjoyed this, I hope that you learned something, and I'll see you next week. Peace.